All right, I'm back. My name is Jesse Durham, and this is going to be another installment of our quotes series where we are addressing quotes from people that we may or may not know, but I believe that will bring some value into considering the infinite banking concept and looking at these quotes through the lens of being our own banker, as described in R. Nelson's book, Becoming Your Own Banker. So let's start out with the first one for the day being, winning at money is 80% behavior and only 20% head knowledge. Now that's going to be from Mr. Dave Ramsey. Very, very popular and unpopular at the same time, regardless of your perspective on his investment ideas or other aspects of what he addresses on his show. He's right on here, and I know that because it's commonsensical. It's, if we can detach, we can see that play out in our own lives. And Nelson himself repeated it as well in his own way. So he said that the human problem was where we needed to start. And you can actually determine that by just simply opening up Nelson's book, Becoming Your Own Banker, and seeing how he covers Willie Sutton's Law, the Golden Rule, all these different human problems before we ever get to policies and illustrations and insurance. We address the human issue. So his book starts off addressing the human problem of behavior versus head knowledge. The infinite banking concept, as conceived by R. Nelson Nash, is some incredible head knowledge and makes a vast, vast impact. However, we cannot, and according to Ramsey and R. Nelson Nash himself as well, we cannot ignore the human behavior. Another quote from Dave Ramsey is, "Broke is normal. Why be normal?" That's a great question. When I read that quote, I considered how Nash laid out in Becoming Your Own Banker in his book the human problem, and when we see illustrated just how much the average American is paying in interest, it is staggering. It's staggering to see that, a home may be lived in for 3, 4, 5, 7 years, and the volume of interest that is being paid on that mortgage, and then how that is repeated time and time again with a move, and that's just one example. But the volume of interest that we're paying keeps us broke, keeps us normal. Most people don't have what they would like to have in the case of an emergency or in many other situations. So that volume of interest is a big thing to consider, and that's normal. It's normal to be paying interest on cars and homes and everything that we're financing. Again, according to Nash, he said we are either paying interest to somebody else, who normally we are beholden to, and then we are losing interest if we have capital, if we have cash money built up somewhere, and it's not at work. So that's a great point to be able to consider. Start evaluating. Just take an actual look, physically look at your documents, your paperwork, your income, your outgo, and start seeing just how much you're paying. Start calculate that out for yourself, just how much you're paying in interest. I know that when I did it for myself, when my wife and I sat down and actually started looking at the interest that we were forfeiting, money that was forever leaving us, never to return, that could have been put to work for us. Because again, Nash also says here, I'm putting a quote on a quote, but Nash says that either people are at work to earn money, and that could be ourselves, or that could be those that we employ or partner with or subcontract to, or whatever that may look like, or money at work. Well, if we have cash, the banking function is still being performed there, but who is the benefactor of it? Or we are losing the economic value that could have been added to that capital. So don't be normal. Again, I hope that you've enjoyed this quote series video. We're looking forward to making more videos in this series. So if you have any questions about anything that we've covered, please let us know. If you have any suggestions about quotes that should be covered in this series, please let us know. If you have a concern or a question or a desire to learn how to implement the infinite banking concept in your own life, business, or investing, let us know. Look forward to seeing you on the next video and in our next conversations. Take care.